My name is John Broad. I'm the president of Crime Stoppers of Michigan. We're here today to help find the person or persons responsible for the murder of Courtney Cortez Smith. Joining me are DPD Homicide Detective Derek Thomas, his mom and dad, and football coach Paul Winters, and two of his friends, including football, Miles McNichols, and Jimmy Kanaya. Thank you. By all accounts, Mr. Smith had a bright future ahead of him. He was beginning as an outstanding student, a talented college athlete, and everyone looked up to him. But on Thursday, May 5th, that all ended. On that day, Cortez Smith was murdered when he went to pick up a friend at 11:30 in the evening at a nightclub in downtown Detroit. The incident took place at Larned and Shelby Streets. Everything Cortez could have been was taken away from him, his family, and his friends. If you know anything about this crime, please take the anonymous call to Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP, or go to our website where you can also make an anonymous tip. The website address is www.1800speakup.org. We guarantee that your information is secret. You will never be asked for your name, your call will not be recorded, your call or web tip will not be traced. You will not have to make a statement to the police. You will not have to appear in court. I want to thank all of the tipsters who are helping their community become safer. There's a cash reward up to $2,500 if your tip leads to an arrest. This leads to an arrest, does not have to be a conviction. This reward will be paid anonymously. If you know anything about this crime or any other crime, please make that anonymous call. We are also adding an additional $1,000 for a total reward of $3,500 if the tip that leads to the arrest is received by midnight tonight. Our next speaker is Officer Derek Thomas from Detroit Homicide.
Good day. From our department to the family, with our condolences. We're asking the citizens of Detroit to come out in strength and give us some closure for this family. If anybody out there know anything about what's happened, what the rumors are, or who it may be, just give us a call. We'll handle the rest from that point. You can call me personally at the Detroit Police Department if you feel like you just want to talk. I'll listen to you. Again, we ask for your help, and we seek to get this person or persons that's involved. And without the community, it's a tough job. So come out and give us a hand. We appreciate it.
Next speaker is Beverly Smith. Beverly is Cortez's mom.
I'm making an urgent plea to the community, to Cortez friends, to all those who knew Cortez, knew him as a warm, loving, kind, gentle, compassionate individual, ready to come to the aid of a friend as well as strangers. I'm saying to you, this could have been your son. This could have been your brother. This could have been your grandson. Please come and call Crime Stoppers so that we can put an end to this horrendous violence that has taken the lives of my son and so many. We are saying that we would like to have more love shed, more love spread, instead of violence. Let's take this evil wickedness out of our world. Let's begin with taking that one who has taken a precious life, a promising future. He had all to live for. It has broken our hearts deeply, and we are very saddened that we cannot spend holidays. We cannot share birthdays with him. He was the love of our life and the love of so many. Please come forward if you have any information. You be the responsible one. You be the one to take responsibility. Even though someone has done this crime, you can make a start today and be the one to assume responsibility in the capture of this person.
Our next speaker is Robbie Smith. Mr. Smith is Cortez's dad.
All I'd like to do is say I thank you in advance for any help that you've given. Cortez was a nice kid. He loved his friends, and he'd do anything for them. He's gone in such a tragic way. His hardship on us, but Cortez is Cortez. And again, I thank you, I praise you, I magnify the name of my Lord. Y'all have a blessed.
Our next speaker is Miles McNichols. Miles is a college friend of Cortez's and was also on the football team with him.
Good day to you all. Time right now is a very tragic time for not only Cortez Smith's family, but his football family, fellow colleagues. I was blessed to have a chance to be with Cortez outside of just football. We were actually colleagues and actual friends. He was a good guy. He worked with kids. We worked kid programs, all-around guy, 3.0 student, and just a good fellow. It's sad that nowadays a lot of lives end from gun violence. So with that being said, I don't see how just as a human person, you don't reach out to the family and feel for somebody that was taken senselessly. So any help you can give, please help us solve this crime and not let a good man's life be ended by the streets senselessly. So thank you.
Who has the first question?
What children's programs was he involved in this week?
Actually, myself, another comrade, another teammate, Kenny Long, and Cortez Smith, we all worked for the BEST program. We went to various high schools, middle schools, and elementaries. Actually, the day that Cortez passed away, I came to my house earlier that day to get some footballs for an activity he wanted to do. He was working out at I think Fitzgerald Bethune. He was supposed to be going out there to sub for another teammate. So yeah, that's a 21st century program.
Got you to the homicide detective. Speak to you, Mr. Ashley, couple questions. Can you give us an idea? I know it's been in the news and the paper and so forth. An idea of what exactly happened, what transpired on that day?
Yes, I can. On May 5th, at around 11:30 that night, we had a group of gentlemen attempting to get into Club Envy. As they were going to Club Envy, they refused admission. They were on their way back to the car, and one of the guys in the group had possibly urinated in the alley. Another group of guys that were in the area took offense to it, and an argument ensued. Physical altercation happened, and then shots were fired, and our Mr. Smith was struck. And that's pretty much that.
So was he an innocent bystander or was victim of a stray bullet? Is that what you're saying? It was not intended for him?
The shots were intended for the group of guys he was with. So it wasn't innocent. It wasn't a straight bullet. It was, they were shooting
At him,
his
particularly?
group, not particular, but his group.
And how many people were in his group?
Possibly 5.
5. Were they all athletes?
No.
And what time did all this happen?
11:30 that evening.
So no one else was injured?
There's another gentleman that was injured, yes.
So how many shots were fired?
Several. There were a lot.
Several. And so any leads and descriptions, I'm sure you've already released some information, but just any updates on exactly descriptions or anything?
Not
Were they
this
on
time.
foot? Were they in a vehicle or any of that sort?
Well, we have some information. We don't want to give it out just yet. We'll get back with you. A little bit more time. We're working on it.
I heard a report that he actually, there was a heated argument and he was actually trying to calm things down.
That was part of it.
Did you just amplify on that? And he was essentially trying to create peace there.
Yes, he was. He was trying to break up what was escalating between the two groups. And he almost had it broke up where things were winding down. And one of the guys from the other group pulled out a handgun and discharged the weapon at the group of guys.
What type of handgun?
I don't know.
But it was just one gun, not several? One gun.
My name is Derrick, D-E-R-R-Y-C-K. Last name is Thomas, T-H-O-M-A-S.
Are you close to any leads?
He working, yes.
Okay.
Are you a detective, detective sergeant?
Detective.
I thank you sorry for your loss. Do you have any other children? How many children do you have?
We have one, an older son.
Is he currently in college as well?
He has graduated from Central Michigan University the year 2006.
Okay. And you've been a resident of Detroit for a long time?
A resident of Detroit all my life.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your son.
Courtney was a soft-spoken individual. He was always ready to do what you asked him to do, very mannerable, always used the word yes ma'am, not necessarily with me, but with others, showing politeness. He was very polite, and he was warm, always gave hugs. I always hugged Courtney, even since he was a baby. I hugged and kissed him. So he never got too old for me to hug and kiss him, even at age 20. He entered the house with a hug. He would leave with a hug. All during the time that he visited, I would hug him. We had special events at the house. We would have pizza night every other Thursday. This way, as a college student, not to consume a lot of his time because of studies, he knew that we had a special day waiting, and he would always make it his business to be there. And we just had loving times, loving moments. He was the kind of kid that would also take his mother out to dinner. I had the pleasure of him saying, "Mom, do you want to go out to dinner?" Like on, I think it was the end of January or February. And he was quite a gentleman. He used his etiquette, pulled his chair out, and I sat down. As well as we also had times out in April. I took him to a deli that I had discovered, and we just had lots of fun. We did things sort of like impromptu a lot because that's how we were. That's a way of showing love. We always embraced and always had special event time.